So one of my favorite ways to preserve fresh produce at the peak of freshness is to pickle it. Today I'm going to show you how to quick pickle some peppers in the style of a Mexican taqueria. So I'm going to start with a little bit of canola oil mixed with olive oil here. The olive oil is for flavor and the canola is for heat. I'm going to take some onions, just kind of a medium dice. I'm going to put them right in the oil. We just want to cook them till they're soft. I also add 4 or 5 garlic cloves, just smashed roughly. The most important thing for the flavor is to smash your spices. So here we have some Mexican oregano, about a teaspoon. I also have 8 to 10 black peppercorns, 1 whole bay leaf, about a teaspoon of cumin seeds. I toasted these in the oven, about 350 for 4 or 5 minutes just to bring out the flavors. Also have a tablespoon and a half of salt. That's going to be important in the pickle for seasoning. I add it to the mortar and pestle at the beginning. It's going to help you break down the rest of the spices as you smash them. And then just go to town. The more you break it up, the more flavor is going to get mixed into your pickle. So as you break this up, just keep an eye on your onions and peppers. You don't really looking for much golden brown, just a translucent, soft texture. Should only take 3 or 4 minutes. It's going to sit in the vinegar overnight as well, which will continue to soften the vegetables. Once you have your spices at a good texture for you, I'm going to go ahead and add them to the vegetables as well, so we can open up their flavors even more. This is one of my favorite parts of this recipe because you get to smell all the spices as they release their oils. The aroma is really nice. It reminds me of eating tacos. You'll begin to see the edges of the onions turn clear, nice and soft, becoming translucent, but no color on any of the veg. So I'm going to add the carrots first. These are just peeled carrots, thinly sliced, about 1/8 of an inch thick. If you get to a really thick carrot, go ahead and cut it in half first, instead of the rounds that you would normally have as well. That was 1 whole carrot, and then here I have 2 Fresno peppers. It's going to be a red ripe pepper, a little bit of heat, but a lot more flavor. And then 4 or 5 jalapenos, both all cut the same, about 1/8 inch thick. Leave the seeds in, I like the spiciness. And then what you're going to do, once you mix this together, get all of the peppers coated with the spices you just added. You're not looking to cook this here, we're making a fresh pickle. So I'm going to take about a cup of white vinegar, deglaze this pan with it. After that, I'm going to add 2 cups of water. And then your goal here is just to make sure all of the salt is dissolved. You don't need to bring it to a boil. We're not looking to cook the peppers. We're going to dissolve all the salt, and then we're going to take a jar. Any size works. You can use a quart-sized mason jar. I prefer this one because it's nice to give as a gift as well. After the salt's all dissolved, I'll take a pair of tongs. I'll pick up the peppers and just stuff them in the jar. Once your jar is mostly full, I'm going to take this pot that has all of your flavorful liquid in it and pour it right over the top. And then I'm just going to seal it up. I would let these sit overnight, at least 24 to 36 hours. All of the peppers and onions are going to absorb all the spices that you put into the vinegar. And they'll be ready for any tacos you want to make tomorrow.